Well, welcome back to another episode of Just a Bit of Banter. The episode today is mostly a banter episode, as all of our teams are either away on warm weather training, preparing for the upcoming fixtures and the busy part of the season, or did not have any matches at the time of recording. So with that, we decided to just hang out and talk about life. So with that, sit back and enjoy us hanging out. Let's get into it. Well, welcome back to another episode of Just a Bit of Banter. I'm finally back with all of the guys. George decided to join us and grace us with his presence tonight. Greg and I had to drag this show along without him because he made plans
What do you mean?
to come back
It's a good
after
show.
the new year, and I didn't say it was a bad show. I said George bailed on us.
I did. He did do that.
I did not. I did not bail. Let's cancel that real quick. But yeah, man, glad to be back. Miss you guys, man. How you guys been, dude? I don't think I've seen you guys since the
Christmas.
Since the holidays.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Can I get a little sneak peek of how you guys were? How you guys do? How was your
Pretty good.
Everything's good. Fast.
Pretty good. I got the RC car that I wanted in my stocking this year.
Finally, after asking for 14 years.
Yeah. Anna's finally got it for me. And yeah, it's a good time. Open that. Got my footy pajamas. I will say this. I have to do away with my footy pajamas.
They get too dirty when you walk outside.
No, it has to do apparently with the fact that I look ridiculous in them.
Well, that's the point, isn't it?
I thought that was the whole point.
It used to be, but I think that I'm going to have to stop wearing my footy pajamas.
And you gotta wash them, dude.
Dude, it's not about no. It has
every once in a while you have to watch them. He's got
They're-
like black feet on because you know how they have that white bottom for the
No,
traction.
no.
It's all just black.
No,
Hold on,
they're
hold on, let me
perfectly
see it.
clean. I wash them regularly. It has nothing to do with that. But the feet are the problem. It's the feet. I look ridiculous with the footies. I can't do it anymore.
This seems like
And
a
it's-
recent
it's-
development, and someone told you
It is a recent development, and it's been a heartbreaking development for me.
Who's lying to you?
I'm bearing my soul to you guys about how sad I am that the era of my footy pajamas is over. And give a salute, hand over your heart, moment of silence for the footy pajamas era. Yep, it's over.
Any of you would
It's
like
over.
to say some words about the footy pajamas? Now is your time.
Now
I
is
would
your
just
time.
like to say you have always been here for me. You've always kept me
Always.
warm in the cold, cold Arizona winters. And when I needed comfort, you were there. But
Every
now
day.
you will no longer be there. And that is all
No.
I have to say.
It's a sad day.
Damn,
I'm so sad.
dude. Well, that's
Dude.
good, dude. It's good. You had a good time, dude.
If you came to this podcast expecting football content, you have apparently come to the wrong podcast.
I'm just talking about what's on my mind today, guys.
This is what international break has brought us to. We're so starved for any sort of like games that we're talking about footy. We're doing a eulogy for the footy pajamas. May they rest
Eulogy.
in peace, of course.
May they rest in peace. And that's actually an excellent segue into the first thing, which is don't forget to like and subscribe. Banter Pod on
Boom.
YouTube, on
We're
Instagram,
professionals.
on
You see how smooth that was?
smooth.
It's very smooth.
Right into it. Well, there was some games today. I mean, we can at least talk about what happened today.
Yeah, I
Did
guess
any of
Liverpool
you watch?
rolled over
sure-
Bournemouth today.
They
Yeah.
sure did.
Yeah, who was the? No, it was not that one. Who was the first one? Was that
4-0.
the West Ham one? No, what was?
No,
Yeah,
West
West
Ham. I
Ham.
actually got some stuff to say about that one. That one was kind of interesting. I didn't get to see the whole game, but I watched the
You-
highlights.
Patrick,
It was
did you catch that
fucking-
game?
No, I actually didn't catch any games today, so
the
I
show-
just saw the highlights on Twitter. So
It was yeah. So that one was West Ham. They were winning 2-1 by
there was a penalty. I
Yeah,
remember there was a penalty,
yeah.
wasn't there?
80th minute, and there was a penalty at the 95th or 6th minute. Goalie's out. He's hurt. He got to get a sub in. Mind you, Sheffield United had a red card, so they were down a player. I'm not sure what time that was. That was somewhere in the stoppage time.
It was right at the end there. They were all getting red cards. There were 2 red cards there right at the end.
Really?
I don't remember who they were
Yeah,
on, but
dude,
they were like
it was nuts, dude. The
like,
past last couple
crazy.
minutes, and then long story short, there was another one from West Ham got a red card. Can't remember who it was, and did a penalty by a backup goalie, ended up tying the game. West Ham lost 2 points, man.
Damn.
They had
Greg,
that.
What did you have to say
the
on
latest goal in so in stoppage time. It was the latest. It was the most amount of stoppage time for a goal. It was like 102 minutes or like 103 minutes.
Oh damn.
Yeah, it was like one of the longest. Like the
Yeah, how long
I don't
was
know.
stoppage?
I don't know how to.
Like
I don't know how to
minutes?
say it, but it was like
the
103
latest goal
and
ever in Premier League history.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
his name was Ollie McBurney.
Ole McBurney.
Ollie McBurney.
Yeah, it was like
The
an 8
managers-
minute or some shit like that. And then, but the goalie was down for like 5 minutes. That's why we kept adding time.
Got it.
Mhm.
So that's I think it was originally supposed to be like 6 minutes.
Should have watched it.
Something like
I
that.
had it I had it up on my phone, but my stream kept crashing because yeah.
You're on that.
wasn't on-
You're still on that dial-up, dude.
No, it wasn't
Yeah.
on Peacock, if you know what I mean.
Ayo. You know what was interesting about that game? There was so much trash on the pitch.
Who'd they
If you
play?
guys know,
West Ham or
Sheffield. I think
it was at Sheffield. Well, Sheffield's like on the border of getting relegated. They're in the bottom 3, and
Sheffield
is
needed
being
that
mad
win.
about that, dude. They did need they both teams needed those points, but Sheffield needed them a lot more. But they were just throwing. There was shit on the field, like the whole game.
It was super windy. It was super windy, so it was. You could see it on the cameras. And I mean, don't get me wrong. There was a bunch of trash.
There's no excuse, dude. I've never seen that.
Dude, just go to downtown LA, dude. You see that all the time.
Professionals.
Yeah, not in a Premier League stadium.
But what I'm saying is not on a globally televised professional sports pitch. You wouldn't expect to see that. Any one of those city centers, anyone, dude. The world is fucked right now. Trash is everywhere, but you don't expect to see that there, And it seems like they're kind of giving up. I mean, it makes sense if
where
their
are they
team's
at?
about to be relegated.
I think
they're 17.
They got a chance.
They have a chance.
Look at the season now with 17. I mean, Everton's already guaranteed to probably be relegated because of the decision they've made recently with FFP, which we're not going to get into in this episode because I'm not going to talk about it.
Okay.
Anyways,
are you nervous?
I don't know anything about it, so
I'm not good. Yeah, you shouldn't have to as a fan. No, I'm not nervous as a City fan. Y'all are going to be pissed off when we walk away with a slap on the wrist, and we'll have a conversation then.
Well, yeah. Has Everton got their second deduction yet?
I think it already happened. So I think when there's rumors that there might be a third.
And Nottingham?
Forest, I thought they just started their investigation.
No, they announced it.
Well,
I think they announced it. And
can you?
I don't know.
Without talking about it, can you just tell me what it is?
So FFP is financial fair play, and it's a rule that was created early 2000s. I don't know the exact date. Early 2000s, mainly spearheaded by United, Arsenal, and Liverpool. Don't forget that it was spearheaded by them.
Step on your left foot. Don't forget it.
And it basically, the short version is it prevents clubs spending money on themselves unless they can account for it in the books or based on previous. It's very murky on how they're deciding to do it. But in any case, it prevents them from spending money on themselves to buy better players in the hopes that they'll do better next year. And it basically shut the door for people like City or a Newcastle to get bought out by owners.
Because they
It's
don't have
just
as much money.
basically, yeah. And at the
So then
time, the clubs that the clubs that drove it forward, they had all
Mhm.
this money because they were very successful because they bought a lot of players also to get
Mhm.
to where they were because every club at the top does that. So it's a stupid ruling, but Everton is pleading guilty to a couple of charges of breaching financial sustainability rules. So now they have a 20-point deduction, which is basically
Oof.
shooting them in the
The
foot.
whole isn't like, I mean, I think that's like how much the whole, like that's your whole season, isn't it?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it could be. Mhm.
Jesus.
If you're a team at the top, that puts you in mid-table. But if you're in a relegation fight already, you're basically
There's no
screwed.
chance.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, it's basically like the idea on its surface needs to happen for sure. I don't think there's a football fan out there that won't say that it needs to happen. I'm going to turn myself up here a little bit. But as far as how it's implemented right now, it's a terrible ruling. There's so many better other ideas that I've heard out there from just fans like us versus what's actually in place right now. Because what's in place right now protects those who are already rich and already successful and already at the top.
You mean the
So
rich get richer?
basically,
Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying? Wow. That's the
pretty much,
first
dude.
time that we've ever seen that in the world.
so
That normally doesn't happen.
ever,
No,
right?
never.
But anyways, if you want to research more about it, feel free. But it's
That's
really a
fair.
boring topic. And
I just wanted to know the basic
no, yeah,
that nutshells it good
on its
enough.
surface, the idea is to make football more sustainable so that you don't have what we have over in Spain and what we saw over the summer in Saudi Arabia, where people are paying 300 million pounds for a player. Like, you can't let that spiral out of control. Otherwise, no one's going to be able to compete except the richest clubs.
Yeah.
So that's, yes, why we need some sort of financial fair play rules. But what's in place right now does not do anything to prevent that.
Yeah, that's fair. It's very unfortunate. People just throwing out money, man.
I'll
Well,
take
it's
some of that money.
yeah, me too. Anyways, but yeah, that's why Everton got the points deduction. I didn't know Forest already got. I didn't think they had gotten theirs yet. But the Brentford game, no, that was yesterday. Sorry, that was Saturday, not today.
Hmm.
I mostly just caught some of the updates on Twitter from Liverpool and Bournemouth.
Hmm.
Yeah, the Brentford, that one was yesterday when they played Nottingham. I think they pulled that out towards the end. No.
Yeah, remember I said before, I don't think we're going to beat Brentford this year. Now that Ivan Toney's back, I still don't think we're going to beat Brentford this year.
Ooh.
They play that counter-attacking game, and that's what we're so susceptible to right now.
Yeah, so that one was that yesterday, and then Arsenal and Crystal Palace. I didn't catch that one. It was too early.
I heard Arsenal was
Yeah.
flying in that game.
But,
Arsenal was doing pretty
yeah,
well.
yeah, but they beat Crystal Palace though, so that's interesting.
Yeah, I know. I heard they were flying.
Patrick didn't catch that, but sorry, it's all good. And then, in Sheffield, West Ham, and then Liverpool and Bournemouth. Yeah, Liverpool spanked that booty, man.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, there was like a hope for it just because Brentford's been doing well, but it's Brentford versus a top 6 side. Like, you're gonna get smoked.
Yeah, so that's that. But Patrick, dude, I want to hear what your thoughts are, if you don't mind. I haven't heard it from you about the King coming back to Manchester City.
Oh, KDB back?
Come
AD.
on back.
I don't know. I think he changed the game, man. Like, he changes everything.
Dude, it's
Greg,
so.
Greg and I talked about this in the last
At
episode
length.
because,
Oh,
like,
damn it.
I honestly, I I know I went on my rant prior to the break we went on, but like the performances with him stepping onto the field and where we are points wise, I mean, we still got a chance with him coming back if he can do what he does. He really is that good and that special.
It's nice to how how he can just place the passes or the shots on goal, and that doesn't have to put that much power in it. And he's just like little lob, nice with Oscar Bob,
Dude, that goal from
winning the
Bob,
game.
like,
Was that the winning
first
the
of
game? Right? Is that what it was?
yeah.
can't
First
remember.
of all, like, yes, I totally agree with you. Only Kev can play that pass. Like, even Oscar Bob says it. Like, Kev is the only one that can play that kind of ball in the Premier League. So yeah, but my what I'm impressed with that goal more is how old is Oscar? About 21, 20, 21, somewhere around there. You're 21 years old, and you're at probably one of the hardest away grounds to go to in St. James's Park.
Yeah, he's 20 years old.
Okay, he's 20, and you have the balls to pull that off in a 93rd minute to win. That kid's going to be in the first team. I think that was the game you saw him transition to the first team.
I mean, because Holland's not even playing. That's the scary part. And
are you just going to come out and say that you're a City fan, or are you just going to keep beating around this bush? Because you keep blowing smoke up City's ass. Every time I see you talk to me, talk to our friends in Hollywood Kitbacks, or when you weren't on Shades of Blue, you just blow smoke up City's ass all the time. And don't get me wrong, I like it. You know, I like stuff up the no.
Whoa!
You know, dude,
Like,
I've told
heard
you
it here
this.
first.
I've told you these many times. Is City is starting to grow, dude, and I don't know how. I don't know if it's because I'm on this and talking to you all the time about it, and you guys are maybe just making fun of me because of Chelsea. I don't know. It's hard not to like the players. You know, I'm a big fan of Alvarez, big fan of Foden. KDB is back now. I don't know. It's and then the up and comers coming in like Rico, Bob. I don't know, man. It's tough.
Well, the question I know the arrangement we have with our Hollywood Kitbacks friends.
Oh, do you?
I will gladly, when you decide to say you're a City fan, I will gladly pretend like you always were. I'll make up a story for you so you won't sound like you jumped ship when Chelsea started being bad. But the thing I will tell you is Pep won't always be here. And he's probably not going to be here in the next 3 to 4 years, maybe 5. So you got to ask yourself, are you willing to go through some non-successful times? Because that's what's going to happen following Pep leaving. We're not going to win every year like we have been for the last 6 years, 5, 6 years.
Interesting. Well, I don't know, man. I like them both. I might just have to get like half Chelsea and half like
gross. Not the half scarf.
The
half scarf is a crime.
Do the halfies, dude. You got a dark blue and then you got a baby blue. You know
if you do listen to this in the UK and you go to away days, stay in the comment section or wherever you're listening on this on. Maybe it's 2065 and you're listening to this. Are you a fan of the half scarves? Do you get half scarves when you go to away days? I know kids get them. Kids get the pass, but if you're an adult, do you get the half scarf? I personally think that's a crime.
Do you get half discount price on it, dude?
No, dude, they're probably more expensive. I don't know. Especially for derby games. Here's the thing. Like, they sell them for derby games. Like, they'll do the half United, half City one. And I'm like, get that shit out of here.
They would do that?
Yeah, I think they'd do it for any derby.
Interesting. Yeah, that's pretty funny, dude. But I don't know. I don't know, dude.
Yeah, man. I mean, with Kev coming back, he's truly is my favorite player. But I will go so far. I mean, he's the greatest the Premier League's ever seen.
Think so, huh?
I've been saying it since 2 years ago.
Hmm.
Now everybody's just catching on to it.
I think it's funny that how KDB used to play for Chelsea for a couple of years and sold him for
Well,
what's
you
it?
know who else used to play for
15
Chelsea? Mo Salah.
Oh, dude, man, you didn't break my heart, dude.
I think Nathan Ake used to play for you too.
Yeah, so you're welcome.
They did not create their. This is not a Cole Palmer, Raheem Sterling situation. They didn't
Dude,
create their careers
wait.
there. We gave you a perfected Raheem Sterling, and we gave you Cole Palmer, who's basically been perfected in our academy. And I told you this at work. You can have him because I have Oscar Bob. Oscar Bob can do everything Cole Palmer could do. So hopefully he stays.
Well, I mean, I don't know, man. I guess
Greg will bring you into the conversation. What do you think about George and him always, rah in City?
dude, I think for all of them, dude, what are you talking about? I like watching the games. I watch them everything.
You're just a fan
I
of the
think that
Premier
it's
League.
much easier for someone to flippy floppy a little bit when it's not a long tenured love of a specific team. I think it's all right. I don't think he's hurting nobody. I think that you know, I think I might jump ship too. I don't know. We'll see. It's just frustrating because I can never seem to watch Brighton on anything or ever because they're never playing anywhere.
Dude, so
You know.
Patrick, did we just hear that Gregory might be jumping ship?
It's different for Greg, and you know it.
Not for City though. I'm not gonna be just join that.
Greg is different, and he's got a good point. Like if you have just started watching and you're in your 30s and you never watched before, yeah, some level of flippy floppiness is probably expected till some team like grabs your attention for whatever reason. I don't think George has that excuse.
That he's doing Manchester United, dude.
He's not doing Manchester United.
I wouldn't do that. I
Can't lie
wouldn't
to
do a
me.
team that their colors are red. Red. I just am not a huge fan of the color red. I like blue. I could maybe be like an Aston Villa fan.
Claret and blue.
Aston Villa.
I don't know. Maybe
yeah, I guess you're still technically a free agent, huh? Because you said I think you mentioned in the beginning saying that you were just going to be supporting them this season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we have him on a 1-year loan at Brighton.
This is a load of barnacles. Shout out SpongeBob. Well, here's what I'm going to tell you about football, George and Patrick and George and Patrick. No matter who you're supporting, as long as you're not supporting a team for stupid reasons, as long as it's a good reason.
What are stupid reasons that begs the good question is what are stupid reasons to support a football team?
Support a football team.
I'll start. You're winning.
I don't
know. I don't know if winning's a good stupid reason. It depends. But
because you could argue that you're one of those people because you have been watching since Manchester City have been.
Yeah, it is a good argument, but it kind of plays on where I'm going with this. I think it depends if you're an international fan or not. Because if you're an international fan, the teams that are winning are most likely going to be what's covered more. I mean, ask any American Liverpool United fan from the 90s or early 2000s. Like, that's what was on TV. So that's who they ended up supporting.
The footy.
So maybe that's not a stupid reason. So I'll shut up now.
I think that there's something to be said about that level of support because that's the kind of thing that's hard to experience as a native to that specific area. You're never gonna really get it quite like someone that's their hometown.
That's a fair point. That's a very fair point.
That's just my 2 cents.
Well, what do you
Two
think a
cents.
stupid reason to support is then?
A stupid reason to support a team is I don't know. Because you think the players are hot.
I would say either that or like a bandwagon.
Bandwagon. That's fair.
Well, that goes back to the winning thing. But yeah, if
Well,
you
that-
jump
that-
to the team
that-
that's winning all the time,
Yeah, of
then
course. That is definitely a solid reason
Yeah.
to be a fan, right?
You know what? I actually take everything I've said back. I think that whatever reason you enjoy
everything
sport
in
is
this,
perfectly fine.
I don't know though. I think there are some dumb reasons.
I think that you shouldn't ruin it for the people that are really enjoying it, though. You should get, you know.
Like in what way?
Well, if you're gonna come on and throw fucking trash onto the field in a professional match, I think you should fucking get to stepping.
Yeah, we don't take too kindly to your kind around
If you don't like Sheffield United, you can get out. Ralph. I don't really know what the Sheffield accent
You
is.
just
I think it's
like their colors. Maybe that's a stupid reason.
yeah, that might be a pretty stupid reason, and that's my reason. So it's a fair.
So I think that's Greg's next team. Patrick is Sheffield United in the EFL, man.
Yeah, he could be our EFL. Like he has a hard
EFL
enough time.
supporter.
He has a hard enough time finding the fucking Premier League, so he's
Yeah.
gonna watch the championship. Although that might be easier because it's on ESPN Plus.
Oh,
Maybe.
Yeah,
Now,
so
are your let me ask you this. Are your matches set for you years in advance, or do they get set for you every single year?
Every single year they come out.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
How do
just
they
like
decide that?
Just I don't know. It's
Is there
I mean,
table
I think
meeting?
it's semi-automated. Like you just a randomizer.
Semi-automatic?
But I do know if I had to guess, I don't actually know how they do it. But
Wait,
I
Greg,
had
Pump action.
if I had to guess, they run it through a randomizer for like all the teams,
Hmm.
and it puts it together, just randomly. And then they look at that and they kind of shift things around to like if it by chance randomizes a derby match day one, they'll never do that.
Mhm.
Like so if it was United City match day one, then
Mhm.
they'll move that to okay, we want this on match day 6 and match day 25 for the away. You know what I mean? So that's how I think they would do it.
Yeah, I always think that they always do like the first game of the season is a banger. Your first game is gonna be pretty good, and then like I think for Chelsea we had Liverpool the first one,
Mhm.
and you know what'd be cool too. If they do that is how that like here in the NFL they flex the games because it's they're higher table teams towards the end of the year. Like say it was City and Liverpool playing for the
Mhm.
second time, it's supposed to be in February. They'll push it out and see how they're playing. I don't know. I think that
You mean like depending on results?
depending how they're going throughout the season. So if they're
depending on results.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So like Arsenal, City, and Liverpool towards the end, and start making that a match towards the end.
So are
hey,
you saying
this
in
could be a-
the
this could be a gamer.
NFL they don't do
Well,
that based on results?
So what they do is each team will have what they call a primetime game, which is the primetimes are either the Thursday night games.
I know what
Sunday,
primetime
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you have, I hate to say this, but the Cardinals who are not doing so hot and they have a primetime game at week 14, and they're only 2 games in, no one's going to tune into that because it's for ratings, right?
I see.
So
They shift it
kind
for
of like
ratings.
they'll of course that's all.
Got it.
That's all they do.
So here's the issue I think they'll have with that though, is the local fan base. The reason they put the schedule out, one of the reasons they put the schedule out so far in advance, And they move things throughout the year, of course, depending on how teams do in the other competitions.
Yep.
Because like you'll sometimes see like TBD, and it's because it depends on the result of an FA Cup match or
Yep.
some shit like that. But the reason they put most of the schedule out early on is you have a lot of away fans that are a tight knit group. They kind of, from my understanding, the same away fans kind of go to the games. And so they give it out so that you can plan. Because if you got to go Manchester down to London to see Chelsea, or Liverpool to London for,
Well, let me interject on that,
if
Patrick.
if you shift that becomes a real problem for the local fan base. They complain about matches already being too late, so they can't get back home.
Yeah, sure. No, they won't. Greg, you probably help me out on this. I don't think they still keep the same day. It just matters if it's a primetime game or if it's a morning game.
So I think that also changes throughout the season, though, because it has to do with who their
opponent
is. I get what you're saying.
And how they're doing in the season. You know?
Yeah, dude, they won't tell you, hey, the game's first, come summertime, here's the schedule for City. They won't change
the day. They just change when it airs.
Correct.
Or like when they kick off, basically.
Kick off. Yep. That's what they'll do.
But yeah, that still piss them off, because if it automatically changes to a later time, then they're not going to be able to catch a train home.
Yeah.
I see that shit all the time. People pissed off about that.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, but I know here they don't care. They just care about the ratings.
Now, well, yeah, and here it's a different situation, because here you're not going to catch a train from Arizona to Chicago. You're gonna fly there. Like people fly.
Absolutely.
Like, and the NFL is so dominant in those states that they're still gonna fill that stadium up. So the away date, like, I don't think NFL teams are necessarily making money. They're not making money on their away days. Like, it's not
they're making money every second of every single day.
Well, yeah, but it's not like there where like you have away support that comes from the town, because this country's too. Maybe if it's Arizona, LA, that kind of distance.
It does. You're right. You're right on the whole, because geography. Like, most people can afford to fly to Minnesota to see them, and then fly to Dallas, and then fly to New York, and then fly to wherever. Like, that's a lot further of a distance, which is crazy, because British people are so smug about how little traveled Americans are. But when they think about it, most of these towns are like 2 hours away is half of London. Like, if you draw a circle around London and you put a straight line 2 hours away in any direction, it's most of it. And France is probably like 5 or 6 hours away from there by train or by car. I don't know that exactly, but it's not as far. That whole Europe is, very close together, and you can, in 8 or 10 hours, be in 3 different countries.
Yeah.
So
I think the farthest drive is that you could do is like probably from one of you, possibly your team, Greg, because you're on the South Coast. Brighton's
5 hours and 57 minutes from London to Paris. So
okay, yeah, and then that's here to LA. I mean,
yeah,
but it's if you go north as well. So like from Brighton to Newcastle, it's I bet you it's probably similar to driving to California, or distant, like in terms of time.
Probably.
And that's going across the whole country.
I couldn't get to Los Angeles from Tucson in that time. I could get pretty close to San Diego.
Yeah,
but
well,
we're different. I'm different. Yeah, I'm different.
Damn, bring that back. I like that, dude.
Yeah,
that was good, man. But yep, yeah, we kind of went off on that one too. We're talking about the schedules, because they do. How, Patrick? Do you know how far along in advance they do that?
I think it's sometime in July or August that they put the schedule out.
Yeah, because I mentioned to you that when me and Christina when the wife hit the 10 years, we want to possibly make a trip out there to watch a game. That'd be dope.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, they'll put the whole schedule out before the season starts. So, just go. You'll have 30 games to choose from.
30 games.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we want to catch a good one, dude. But hopefully, I mean, City might not be in EPL, dude.
We're going to be in the EPL. Relax. Anybody who thinks City's not going to be in the EPL, you're delusional.
Yeah.
They just want that because they're tired of us being successful. No one talks of did you hear any I mean, to be fair, they put a date out, so that's part of it. But did you hear any FFP talk when we were going through that time where we were dropping points left and right? Of course you didn't. They only care because we're successful, because they're little bitches and they don't want to run their teams better.
Why? Patrick.
Dude.
Shame on you. Damn.
George,
Yeah,
you still never watched that movie, have you?
I actually have not, dude.
Nah.
I don't know if you noticed, dude, but I'm a busy man, dude.
You're a busy man. You got kids.
10,000 kids, dude.
I get it, dude.
All I'm hearing is excuses, bro.
I don't.
Dude, I wanted to watch a movie this morning. I forgot what movie it was.
Derek came in and was like, I want some V-Bucks.
Oh, dude, actually, knock out wood. He has not asked me about that.
The dreaded V-Bucks.
Oh, dude,
What's V-Bucks?
V-Bucks?
Fortnite, I think.
Fortnite?
Yeah,
I think they're Fortnite, yeah.
Yeah, it's a
fork
Fortnite.
knife. Stupid fork knife.
I don't know. Those fucking creators who created that damn game are fucking geniuses.
But they are. That's for sure. There's no question about that.
It freaking sucks because paying left and right on these damn games. And I was, did they fucking give you V-Bucks last week? Yeah, Dad, but I got this. Well, what the fuck did you get? He fucking drives me nuts, dude. And then he's been out really on Minecraft too. So
jeez.
You can use them also on Minecraft?
No, well,
or is there their own thing?
Fortnite and Minecraft are they're separate games.
But they have V-Bucks for both of them?
They have some sort of
I'm
in-game money
Yeah.
purchase, I'm sure.
Gotcha.
Maybe they don't call them V-Bucks, but V-Bucks
Mine bucks?
adjacent.
Mine bucks, dude.
Gotcha.
V-Bucks adjacent.
Gold bucks, dude. In the mine, dude.
Gotcha.
Yeah, gold, dude. No, I don't know, but yeah, I forgot. Yeah, when we were watching the movie, I was trying to, and then all of a sudden, like Christina came down. She's like, "Hey, you need to change the channel. Kids be coming down." Yeah, what's that? And it's weird because if I want to watch the game, they're not paying attention to it. But then when I want to put a movie on, all of a sudden they're like, fucking eyes on the damn game. We're watching the movie. Like, dude, you guys are just not watching it, dude.
All right, what'd you have on? Was it John Wick?
Probably freaking Backdoor Sluts 9, bro.
It's even harder than Backdoor Sluts 8.
Dude, I was about to say
I
that.
got your South Park references, bro. I got you.
You got it.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
That's funny.
Okay, well, it was probably some cochino thing I was watching.
Cochino.
Yeah, got that black one. I mean,
All right, well let's since we've got literally nothing to talk about, but I could honestly just keep going like this for the next hour, but I have to get some sleep.
We all have to get some sleep. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Banter Pod on
YouTube. Real quick, do you think City Instagram? Do you think City is going to actually score a goal at Tottenham Stadium this year? We have two chances. We have this Saturday in the FA Cup, which I'm a bit cynical. I think we're going to go out of the FA Cup, but prove me wrong, City. Come on. And then we have them away, I think in April. In April, we play Tottenham away as well.
Because you play them this week, don't you?
Yeah, in the FA Cup. I just said that.
Well, yeah. I was spacing out, dude. Sorry.
When do you play them, Patrick?
Too much multa.
Ooh. I think was it Thursday, Patrick?
No, it's Saturday.
Who are you playing again?
No, he plays Friday.
Tottenham.
He's playing Friday.
Is it Friday?
Yeah, need too much more. Yeah, Patrick need too much shit again, dude.
Too much
You
more.
see how that fucking turned around on you?
Turn around.
I think you get a dub, dude. Oh, excuse me. I think you can get a goal, not a dub.
Yeah, I don't. Spurs. I know how that game's gonna go. We're gonna dominate possession, and then they're gonna counter on us and score. Kulusevski is gonna put one away, and we're all gonna be mad. We're gonna be out of the FA Cup. Do you think we can score a goal this year at Tottenham Stadium?
I think you can.
All right,
I think you can do it.
Greg.
Yes.
You will not win it, but I think
You will.
I think you'll get a goal. Oh, damn,
Greg is
fucking
gonna
giving
bless
you-
City's
bless
giving you
performance.
And
giving
I
you a
am
dub, dude.
ordained.
I don't
So,
know.
it's late.
Maybe if
It's
they
late.
play a high line, Kev's back. I'll go for a replay. We'll draw. We'll draw that game.
So you're gonna do a draw.
Yeah.
1-1?
Yeah, 2-2.
Just remember, dude, when we have we have our boys from the Hollywood Kickbacks, Alex's twin, Cameron.
His brother.
Cameron's gonna be joining on the pod next month, I believe.
Yeah, I know.
And so if you don't win that, dude, Cameron will.
Well, it'll be a month on, so he won't ride me too hard on that.
Oh, dude, you kidding me? If I get that dub on you guys, you remember that 4-4 game?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Do you remember your Premier League position?
No, man. You remember that 4-4?
Do you remember where you are in the Premier League? And how many titles you've
under
won in
Brighton.
the last couple of years?
I love it, dude. See,
And
this is
Brighton's
why
not playing.
Brighton, they're going to EFL.
They're
dude? Is that
not
what you're
playing
saying?
anywhere, and they're still above Chelsea.
Okay, yeah, we'll see. You guys gonna be losing Ferguson, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Unfortunately, we're gonna fucking probably pay $100 million though, which is gonna be unfortunate. But
Whatever.
you guys got the Wolves tomorrow, I think, don't you?
The Wolves. Yeah, I believe so.
Gregory tomorrow.
Something like that. I believe so.
What do you think? What do you think that's gonna be, dude?
I think it's going to be a good game. I think that it's going to be 2-1. Brighton
Ooh,
against
I
the
was
Wolves.
gonna say a 2-1 Wolves, dude.
Yeah.
Patrick, what do you think?
Yeah, this is America. You can say that.
I don't know enough about how the Wolves are playing, so I'll go 2-1.
To Wolves too. That's good,
Mhm.
man. And then
No, to Brighton.
dude, you gonna back him?
Yeah,
Shaking my
I
head.
don't know anything about Wolves.
Shaking my head.
Also, this guy doesn't have any room to talk. He lost to Middlesbrough.
Yeah. Who even is that? She
So,
doesn't even go
Do you
here.
remember that, George?
What the fuck are you talking? You bringing up old shit, dude. You want to bring
You
up?
just brought up old shit
How the fuck you talking about, dude?
when you were talking about 4-4.
Oh, dude. How about that Crystal Palace game then? Yeah.
Yeah, we threw it away. How about every
Threw it
other
away.
game you've lost?
We're supposed to lose, dude. What are you talking about?
No, you're not. You're supposed to be at least getting a European position with all that goddamn money you spent.
Dude,
Well, then,
we are gonna win the Carabao, and that's it, man.
Good. I hope so.
Because we play them on Tuesday, and they're gonna get redemption, dude. They're gonna score. They're gonna go 3-0 on that one. Yes, sir.
I hope so. You should. I'm gonna go 1-0 Chelsea. Goes to penalties.
Ooh, penalties. Cole Palmer.
It would have to go to penalties.
And then we got Villa.
If you weren't a
Friday.
plastic fan of Chelsea, you'd know that.
Dude, you better fucking pump
Boom.
The brakes. Better pump the brakes, dude.
Anyways, like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you in the next
Banter
episode.
pod.
Have a good one. Bye, everybody.
All right, later. Peace.